Raccoon Tycoon is a fantastic gateway game that helps introduce new gamers into the wide breadth of tabletop games, has quality gameplay, gorgeous artwork, and durable components. This new expansion will allow you to play with up to 6 players, up from 5, so that you can squeeze in that last family member or friend into your game. It's also important to note that it has a complexity rating of 2.17 out of 5 on BoardGameGeek, which means it should be fairly easy for you and your friends to understand. In my most recent book that I wrote, all of my games, for the most part outside of war games, were all rated under a 3.0 on BGG. The game takes place in Astoria, which is a land bustling with productivity and growth, with new towns, factories, and railroads. As the city grows and the tycoons are producing commodities like wheat to feed the growing town, wood and iron to build them up, coal to fuel the trains and factories, and manufactured goods and luxuries to fill the insatiable demand of the local critters. You'll need to do your best to corner the market on the most valuable commodities in order to earn your fortune. The way the game works is like this. On their turn, each player can take a number of actions, and there are 5 total available actions that a player can take: production, sell a commodity, railroad auction, purchase a building, and purchase a town. During production, players will play one of their price and production cards from their hand. Then they'll take 3 goods shown in the production area of the card here, and they'll increase the value of the goods in the commodity area shown here. There are some cards that will make the actions more powerful, so it's important to know that each player may only have up to 10 total commodity tokens at any given time. When selling a commodity, the player may sell any quantity of a single type of commodity. They may be sold from just one good all the way up to all of that good that they own. The tokens are then returned to the supply, and the player is paid the current value shown on the market for each commodity sold. Then the price of that good drops, the number of units that they sold. So if the player sold this much coal for this much money, then they would get a total of this much money. And the overall value of that good would drop by this much. To start a railroad auction, the player takes a railroad card from the 2 on the offer and begin an auction for that card. The minimum bid for the card is shown on it, and each player bids or passes the turn clockwise, and the highest bid wins the card and pays its cost. If the player who started the auction doesn't win, then they may perform any action, including an additional auction. If they did win the bid, then their turn ends. When a player goes to purchase a building, the player selects one of the 4 building tiles on the offer and pays its cost shown. They gain its benefits for the rest of the game, and when it's taken, it's replaced by a new building so that there are always 4 available. Should a player decide to purchase a town, they take the available town card by paying the number of commodities displayed on the card. These are then used for payment and put back into the supply. The card is placed face up in front of the player who purchased it, and a new card from the deck is turned face up so that there's always one available for purchase. So what else is new in the new Fat Cat expansion? Well, there are 4 new cards and 4 new town cards to switch up the gameplay, along with 14 new building tiles that will assist you in building an engine in order to earn money, increase production, and ultimately result in gaining more victory points. There are also new locomotives, housing, animal, and tycoon meeples. These are worth victory points and can be purchased and added to the player's board in order to earn points shown in the leftmost slot that is filled, which brings me to the next thing that this expansion adds, which is slotted player boards. These allow the players to store their building tiles, tokens, and meeples in their board. There's also a gorgeous, gigantic Fat Cat starting player marker, which is included in this expansion. This means that if you have the base game, you'll have a raccoon and a gorgeous kitty. So maybe it's time to start your own adorable meeple colony. But perhaps the best part of this add-on is the Emma's Art Railroad and Town cards. You see, the designer's daughter created the artwork for the prototype when she was 12 years old, and they'll be added into this game featuring her original artwork. Great work, Emma. This expansion is on Kickstarter right now, so make sure you check it out and tell us in the comments below if you're more of a cat or more of a raccoon. I'm really torn, but I think I'm definitely more of a trash panda than a fancy cat, despite being a fancy cat owner. I would probably own a raccoon if I could get away with it. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to check out our Patreon. Be bold, play games, be you. Happy gaming!